All right, Frankie Lock. Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Remember me?
Yes, I do. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 1604 State versus Frankie Lock. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Grant Crespo for the state, Your Honor.
Patrick Hancock for Mr. Lock.
And are you Mr. Lock? All right, you entered a plea of guilty on July 18th.
Yes.
According to your plea bargain, and you entered a plea of guilty to counts 1 and counts 3. According to your plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison.
Right here, the judge lays down the maximum punishment, 8 years in prison and a $4,000 fine. But notice, the defense is already angling for probation instead of hard time. Question for you, do you think medical struggles should outweigh the seriousness of a crime?
There's a $4,000 fine. The state opposes your application, and there's to be Chapter 62 compliance. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
Judge, there's no objection to the PSI, but I think Mr. Lott, I know the court's familiar with his medical background. He's had a couple of seizures in the courtroom, so he gets nervous. He's asked me to communicate to the court that he would like to retract his statement to his PSI officer, where when asking about the instant offense, he made an excuse for his behavior. He accepts responsibility for his behavior. I know that because prior to the PSI, he and I have had that discussion. I think he gets nervous and
The defense pivots hard to remorse and shame. This is a classic courtroom strategy, turning the narrative from excuses to responsibility. But is the judge buying it, or just hearing damage control?
in settings and I think it's the answer he gave is a reaction towards self-preservation with his family and his friends, and he's just very ashamed of his behavior. So I think the best we can say today, Judge, is regretfully we don't want you to think he's making excuses, because that's certainly the way it reads. He's here to dedicate full responsibility. His sister and his wife were present to testify on his behalf. He's just struggled with shame and humiliation this has brought to his stand.
All right, any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor. The first witness I have is Cecilia Jenkins Lock, his wife.
All right.
Mr. Lott.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
My name is Cecilia Jenkins Lock.
All right. And if you may proceed.
Yeah, proceed. Ms. Lock, good morning. Thank you for coming down. You understand we're here today for the sentencing of Frankie Lock. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Would you explain your relationship to the judge of Frankie Lock?
I'm his wife. We've been married for 4 years.
And can you tell the judge how long you've known Mr. Lock prior to being married? How long you dated him?
We dated for 10 years prior to our marriage.
Did you grow up here in Bexar County?
No, I'm originally from Detroit. I've lived in San Antonio since 1984.
And can you tell the judge what your work background is, Cecilia?
I've been in the legal system working with attorneys since I was at age 18. I worked in litigation for over 30 years, and I've been in real estate for over 10 years.
And you're currently working in a law firm, is that correct?
Yes, I work at a real estate law firm.
Ms. Lock, can you give the judge some background?
Up until January of 2024, correct?
Yes.
And in January of 2024 is right when he committed this criminal offense?
Right, and that's when we lost his job.
And I know I'm grateful for it. And you control his phone and you control everything he does.
The wife's testimony hits an emotional note, emphasizing apologies and family impact. But judges often cut through this with one question: what actions prove accountability, not just words? Viewers, what would convince you someone deserves probation?
But can you tell me in this report what he's done himself to take accountability for his actions? Because I appreciate it, but he is a grown adult as well, right? So he should be able to control his urges and his actions. So what have you seen him since leading to this case do in that regard?
What do you mean, like
Just make sure she can hear you.
outside of the home?
Or just,
Well, he's very apologetic. He can't do anything or go anywhere. So, I mean, he knows that, and he feels bad for what he did and how it's affecting her family.
okay, no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
May she be excused, Your Honor?
Yes. Thank you so much for coming to talk to me about it.
Dolores Lock Brown.
Hello. Hi. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Do you need to take a breath? Okay. Just let me know when you're ready to proceed, okay?
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes.
Dolores, if you would, ma'am, just take your time and speak into the microphone. State your full name for the record.
Dolores Lock Brown.
It's a little louder.
Dolores Lock Brown.
Can you tell us how you're related to Frankie Lock?
He's my brother.
And would you describe your relationship with him?
Yes, we've always been close. Growing up, we've had always, fights. My mom always told us to make sure we take care of one another because we're all we have. And we just love him so much. I have with this situation that has occurred. It's very hard and difficult on a family, including my dad. We just lost my mother.
Here, the judge presses the family. Is Frankie fit for probation? Or does prison make more sense? This is the heart of sentencing, balancing punishment with rehabilitation. The drama is peaking, and you can almost feel the tension in the room.
Right before the incident happened, and that's why it's just difficult for me to stand this. My dad is deteriorating, and everything my brother does go to prison. Please, I know it's not gonna make it. It takes too many medications. As far as
You done good. Let me just ask you a couple of questions. Just a little bit. You can just speak loud enough. Microphone to hear you. You've certainly come to court every time we've been to court. Is that correct?
yes, sir.
You understand exactly why we're in front of Judge Ford this morning.
Yes, sir.
She's got to make a determination whether to give Frankie prison time. There's a range in that we've limited, and there's certainly an application for supervision. Where that is. I'd like to ask you if you could just, you've known obviously your brother and sister, but could you tell the judge some of the good qualities of Frankie that would make him a good candidate for probation?
Well, he's always protecting me, honest. When he was with me, a lot of times he was better to me than myself. And all I can tell you, Your Honor, he regrets everything that he's done. Put shame on the family. Bringing shame to my dad, especially after just losing my mother.
Let me ask you, if he's granted probation, does he have the continued support of your family?
Yeah, absolutely, Your Honor.
Are you in Frankie's life every day?
And ever since this incident has been, Your Honor, and with his medical condition, I've been checking on him more, been making more contact. just trying to ease his mind to let him know that, you know, we all make mistakes and, you know, and we all make mistakes and you have to own up to your responsibility and you don't show the remorse for what he's done and the shame that he brought on his wife, you know.
And if he is granted probation, will you remain in his life in a supportive capacity?
Your Honor, if you were to,
Go ahead.
if you were to grant him probation, I stand here as a woman and I can't guarantee that nothing like this will happen again.
Powerful moment, the sister admits she can't guarantee Frankie won't reoffend. That's a bombshell in court. Supportive testimony is supposed to strengthen the defense, but honesty like this can backfire big time.
And if you can attach me to any type of documentation, because I'm not going to pressure the court, and I can guarantee that this will never happen again or anything else going forward. Thank you.
Go ahead.
And I'm scared of you myself, you know. And what you did.
All right, so this is what I want you to know, and all of the witnesses who testify. Because people always are concerned, did I say the right thing? Did I say too much? Did I not say enough? But I want to let you know that you're giving me insight into your brother. I want you to know that there's nothing that any witnesses that have come before me that have said anything that has hurt him, all right?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, do you have any questions? No question. All right, thank you.
Judge, lastly, Mr. Lott has a brother, Eddie McAfee, who I'm sure he submitted a letter. I shared it with the state. I'd like to share it with the court right now in support of his application for probation.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, if I could just speak to the PSI and on the
Sure.
on the plea bargain, if I may, if it's time.
Yes, well, State, are you still, you've heard testimony, does your plea bargain still remain the same?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, yes, I'll hear you.
Judge, I think we've been to court numerous times, and I think the court can remember some of the health struggles that Mr. Lott has had, and I think the probation office did a good job of documenting his medical history from.
And just here's my question with regards to the medical history. Is this something that's brand new, or were these medical issues, or part of these medical issues, a part of when this incident occurred?
I think his MS symptoms started in COVID, although he was able to work through it, but I think his work was limited. Certainly his arthritis and back issues have outdate the origin of this case. So
he's had these conditions prior to the commission of this offense?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, you may proceed.
And so, Judge, I think the court's aware of it. Obviously, we put a date on it now. I can't tell you how long before the commission of the offense, but certainly the toll that it's taken on him has been significant. But, you know, he stands here today, Judge, as a 57-year-old man. I think there was one hiccup that...
Now we hit the critical point. Frankie was caught arranging to meet who he thought was a minor. Medical struggles aside, that's what the judge has to weigh. Should health issues soften consequences for a crime this serious, or not?
I was reminded of reading in the PSI today, some selling alcohol to a minor when he worked in a restaurant, I guess, back in 2002. I hope the court won't hold that against him. I think other than that, he's lived his life